Howdy, y'all. You got the Bulldog on the channel. And it's yet another day of a 3.5 Ford. This one is the naturally aspirated flavor. Don't have no turbochargers or anything around it. I've already shoveled my way down to the chains. And this one comes from another shop. And the shop owner requested that his mechanic be present when I take the chains off so that he can learn how to do it. But it's, really just like any other job. I mean, you start digging and dig your way down till you get to it. I mean, this job might be, digging through all the water lines and live wires, but it's still just a hole. This is a little different. I've never seen one with the phasers operated on the outside before, but just different. What we're doing is, that's the water pump right there, driven by the primary chain. Now the customer was kind of wanting just the water pump done, but when I heard it pull in, I could hear it rattling. The secondary chains on this one, here's the front one. Here's the back one. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm moving the phone around, picking up and down on it, about a 1/4 inch there. Hopefully you can see that. I've got it up on the lift to about 12 inches, and I'm short, so I can't see down in there. I can only feel, but I can go by feel. I don't know if I've ever done one that's new before. Like I say, it's a little bit different on the outside, but they all do things differently, but they do the same thing. My plan was to get it down to this point today, and I've got some time left, so figured I'd stop and shoot a video. I will show you one tip that I found out some time ago. Here's the belt tensioner, and I had a customer come in with a broken belt. I fixed it. I put a belt on it, and after I put the belt on there, he'd run it for a while, and he said it had a rattle to it. Okay, that's something that I hadn't put a belt on one of these before at that time, and brought it in, and what I found out was this little lug right here. That's the stop where, when the tensioner is sprung all the way forward, it hits that stop and keeps it from going too far. Well, his deal was the belt was bouncing a little bit, and it was hitting that stop, making a rattle noise. I replaced his tensioner with a new one because, got a problem with the part. Well, we'll put a new one on it. He run it a month, and it was doing the same thing. So what I did was I took this thing, and I took a strap, and I pulled it down, and then I took my little death wheel and ground this stop back a little bit to about right here, and dressed it all up so that it could go a little bit further, solve his rattling problem. I made sure I didn't go too far so that it might break off and go past it. Made sure that it was nice and square so it hit it and didn't try to ramp up over it. But you run into that every once in a while. The parts are specific to the manufacturer's specs, but they don't work. It happens more than the manufacturers really want you to know. Sometimes it's dealer parts that are like that. They just don't work. And it's up to the mechanics to, engineer it to where it works. We can't, I wish there was somebody whose job it was to engineer something that would work, but that's asking too much, I suppose. But this is just, I didn't really want to jump into another one of these, but I can say it's not too bad because I haven't started putting it back together yet. You have to use liquid gasket. I use Permatex Right Stuff. It's kind of a thick silicone. It's real sticky, and I have very little problem with it. Silicone, the regular RTV, it's pretty finicky. I see a lot of people that let it skin, let it dry a little bit before they put it together, and let it skin, and then put it. Yeah, I have not had any luck with doing that. I always put the stuff on there and put it together as quick as possible, like within 5 minutes, and torque it down as quick as you can. Some people don't like to do that. Well, I've had good luck doing it that way. But we've switched over to this Right Stuff that, it works pretty decent. We use enough of it, we get it in a caulking gun. But here's this great big cover that you got to get down into this hole. And it's all wavy and oblong that bulge out around these cams right here. And it's just not fun because you have to have a bead undisturbed on your part. I think next time I do this, I might try to put it on the block instead of on the cover. That way, as I'm putting that cover down in there, I'm going to be bumping it around on everything. Last one I did, one of these naturally aspirated. I did it at home, and it was pretty tedious and frustrating because I didn't have anybody there to watch it for me, or because you can't be in two places at once. And my arm's not 10 feet long with 4 elbows, so I can't be on top and bottom at the same time. That's the most frustrating part about the job anyways, is the number of times you need an extension of yourself to get the job done, and you need eyeballs in your fingers and all that kind of crap. But figure I'd pop on here and give you a little update on what I'm up to today. So like, comment, subscribe, share it around, hit your little bell notification. I took the weekend off. I didn't even work on cars this weekend. I wasn't feeling all that great, so I'm allowed to take a day or two off every 6 months or so. We'll talk at you later.